Everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. On today's tutorial, I'll be showing you how to cut your basic bodice with your nape to waist measurement. Yes, your nape to waist measurement helps your bag to relax very well. So I'll be starting with the back pattern. So I'm going to rule out a line, and that will be my shoulder line or my starting line, but I'm using it as my shoulder line. So I'll write my shoulder, then I will mark out my zip allowance. There I'm using 1 inch. I'm okay with 1 inch. You can do with any measurement you're okay with. I'm okay with 1 inch, and that will be my center back. Then from that my shoulder, I will now put my nape to waist measurement on my back half length, as anyone that is okay for you. My back half length, so and my back half length is 14.5, so I'll put 14.5 there. I'll rule out the line, and that will be my waistline. See my waistline. So under my waistline, I will divide my waist measurement into 4, and my waist measurement is 28 divided by 4 is 7. So I'll put my 7 inches plus 1 inch for that. See the way I'm doing it. Then you now put your underarm length under your waistline. My underarm length is 7.5. My underarm length is under your armhole to your half length. You put 7.5. Then you rule out a line like this under 7.5, and that will be my bust line. That will be my bust line. Then I will now divide my bust into 4 and put it there. My bust measurement is 36. Then I'll divide it into 4, that is 9, and I'll put it there. I'll mark at the line. I will now connect it to my waistline. See the way I'm connecting it to my waistline. Then it's now time for me to put my dart. I'm going to put my dart divided by 2. That is my bust band divided by 2. My bust to bust point is 8. I'll divide it by 2 and put 4 there on my waist and put 4 there too on my bust. Then connecting the lines together like that. See the way I'm connecting the lines together. Then I'll divide that 1 inch that I added for that into 2. I'll put 1 inch here, sorry, half inch here and half inch there. Then connecting the line to my bust line. See the way I'm doing it. You connect it to your bust line. Also connect it to your bust line, and your dart is ready. See, our dart is ready. Our back is almost ready. Then you come back to your shoulder. You measure your shoulder measurement into 2. My shoulder measurement into 2 is 7. My shoulder measurement is 14 divided by 2 is 7. Then I'll connect the line to my bust line. Then coming down to that my bust line, I will mark 1 inch. This will help us in covering the armhole. I'll mark 1 inch. Then coming back to the shoulder line, I'll mark my half shoulder. See my half shoulder. My half shoulder is 4.5. That is from your shoulder to your neck is 4.5. Then I'll go back to that my shoulder line. I'll mark 1 inch so that I can connect the line. Go back to my shoulder line there. I'll mark 1 inch. This will help in slanting the back. See, I'm marking 1 inch. Then I'll connect the lines together. Then coming to the neck, to the center back line, I'll measure 1 inch down. I'll measure 1 inch down, then rule out the line like that, and also rule out the half neckline, connecting both of them together. for me to get my neckline. So if you don't know how to curve your neckline, measure like angle 90. Place your tape like you're making an angle 90. Then measure 3/4 like this, and then draw a straight line. This will help us in curving our neckline. Then coming down to that place, for my shoulder I'll measure 5 inches. This will help me to determine where my back width line will be, so that my back will relax very well. Or some people call it shoulder blade. My back width measurement is 13, so 13 minus 14 for my shoulder, I'll have 1 inch, and you know it's unfold, I'll minus half there on that line inside, that is 6.5. I'll minus 6.5. Then what I have there is half left, so I'm going to curve the line, connect the line to my shoulder, then curve it from my side armhole to that back width line. That back width will help you to curve your armhole very well, and it will come out perfect. So you blend the line, anyone that is not correct, then you now take your measurement, that is your armhole divided by 2. My armhole divided by 2 is 8.5. My armhole is 17, so I have 8.5, and my armhole is okay. I'm taking the measurement again. Please confirm the measurement before you proceed to another thing. Then in case if your measurement is not up to, maybe it's not up to, but it's very rare, then you can add like this. You see the way I'm adding, that is the way you keep your tape. You add like that. Then when you add like that, I think your armhole will be correct, will be up to, but it's very rare for your armhole not to be up to. Please take your measurement very well. Then you add like that. Then when you add, please don't forget to also add on the neck, because that thing you added has automatically make the neck to be deeper more. So you have to bring it up to suit to the measurement of your shoulder. So did you see the way I just did it? So that is how you're going to do it when you add at the shoulder line, but it's very rare for you to add. Then you blend the line together. Our back is ready. I'm going to cut it out now for us to put our dart leg, for us to fold and get our dart leg because of that place. Yes, I'm not going to cut it straight like that. I have to fold it out, so that
I'm going to cut it out. See, I've cut it out.
Blend my see the way I'm doing it, so that I can blend
why
my
it is important for you to fold your dart leg is because when adding your dart, automatically your lines will not be straight, so you fold it and straighten your lines. You see the way I'm doing it? That is the way you do it to get your lines straight very well. So you straighten your line back, then use your tracing wheel to trace your dart leg, so that you can get those curves that used to be at the dart. When you open it, you see you have to, like my marker is bold, that is not really showing it, but if you're using pencil or pen, you will notice what
my marker will not even show it very well. So blend the line together like that. I'm trying to show you here, but it's not even showing. I'm sorry, but you fold it back, put the allowance, and cut it out. So our back is ready. It's now time for us to do the front. So just like as I did at the back, I'll mark my center front. This is my center front, and then I'll mark my shoulder line just exactly the way we did at the back. Mark your shoulder line. You mark your half length, that is your shoulder to waist. Because it's front, we call it shoulder to waist, but if it is at the back, we call it nape to waist. So it's the same thing as shoulder to waist. Mark your shoulder to waist like that. Then you divide your waist into 4. You divide your waist into 4, then and put the measurement on your waist. Divide the waist into 4 and put the measurement on your waist. just like my waist is 27, I would divide it into 4. And then when you are doing your dart, your back dart and your front dart cannot be the same measurement. Your front is bigger because of the bust, so your front dart should be let me say 1 1/4. Then from that your waist, you measure your underarm just like as we did at the back. Now rule out your bust line. I'm doing it fast so that I won't waste too much time. You put your bust measurement just like as we did at the back. You connect the lines together. So coming to your bust, you divide your bust point to bust point. You put the measurement. Then you connect the lines together. Then coming back to your shoulder, now please pay attention to this place. Remember, my shoulder measurement is 14 divided by 2. 14 divided by 2 is 7 because it's cut off fold. Then minus my half shoulder, that is 4.5, and what I have left is 2.5. So I'll put that 2.5 for my neck. If you remember, in the front we started to mark the shoulder, but here I'm going to mark the neck first. So I'll mark my neck 2.5. You see it. Then I'll mark my neck depth, how down I want it, how low I want it. I'm okay with 3. Then I'll connect the 2 lines. This is only where that is different from the back. Then if you notice something again, the difference between the bust to the shoulder here in front is bigger than the back. The back is very short, then but here in front is bigger. So that's the difference. I will be using that to control that excess. So pay attention to this, please. So just like as you did for the 90, you measure it out 3/4, then connect the lines. That is how you are going to connect your neckline. Blend the line very well, or use your ruler to cut it out. See, your neck is ready. Then if you remember, we have 4.5, so I'm going to be dividing that 4.5 into 2, not if 2 equal parts. I would first mark 2 inches. I will connect it to my post. See the way I'm connecting it to my post point. It's first 2 inches, so we still have 2.5 left. See the way. Then I will now put my darts. Front always have 2 darts, of which you can change this dart when we are done drafting it. You can change it. On my next video, I'll be showing you how to change your dart to any position you want it. But now, because of the drafting, we'll first get our shoulder, our dart leg. So the dart measurement is 1.5. So you measure 1.5, you mark it out, you connect the lines like that. You see, this is my dart leg. So I'm trying to blend out the line very well. That is really sure. So you measure 1.5 for this dart, you connect the line back to your bust point line. You see, that is 1.5. Then you come back to the bust line and measure 2 inches. Then you connect the line, measure 2 inches, connect the line to your shoulder. You see, it's very simple. Connect the line back to your shoulder. This will help us in shaping our armhole. See it. Then there too, you divide that 2 inches you just measured again. Divide it again. 1. Divide it again. Just divide it. This will also help us in covering our armhole. Then you come back to that place. See that shoulder point. See the way I'm putting my tape. That is the way you are going to put your tape to complete that measurement. So we are going to mark 2.5 here now. See, we are marking 2.5 to complete that our 4.5. So we have 2 inside before the dart, then we have 4, then we have 2.5. So everything is complete. Then I'm going to do the line. See the line I'm drawing? That line that I drew today, shoulder, helped me to curve. So I'm going to come in a little bit to that, let me be 1/4 to that line, then connecting it back to that 2.5 that I measured. See the way I connected it? This is the way you're going to connect it. This is the way you're going to connect it. Then blend the armhole very well. Please blend the armhole so that it will not look funny when you are done drafting. Blend the armhole very well. So it's very easy. So here I'm trying to take my armhole measurement, which is 8.5. So you start from that your bust and take your armhole measurement. So that is where my 8.5 stop. Then I'll bring the 2 dart leg. You see the way I'm doing it? I'll bring the 2 dart leg and meet 2 of them together. See 2 of them together like that. It's very simple. You meet the 2 of them together like that. This is the way you're going to do it. Then you bring your ruler, connecting that your armhole measurement to your neckline. Connecting that your armhole measurement to your neckline. See? You connect it to your neckline. Like this. And you'll be wondering why the front is slanting. Yes, the front will always slant more than the back. Yes, the front will always slant more than the back because the back will come to meet the front, so it should be slanting. Then you also fold it like that and add your joining allowance. Use your tracing wheel and also trace it out. Fold it like that. Add your joining allowance. Do everything you want to do. Then before you open it, you trace back the dart leg. Please, this dart leg is important. Then after this drafting, you can add your allowance. Here I'm adding my allowance. Add your allowance up. Then you come back to this. The upside is ready. Then you come back to the waist side. If you remember, we added the 1.25 for the dart. So we are going to be dividing that 1.25 into 2 to get our 2 dart legs. So I'll divide it into 2 to get our 2 dart legs. Take the 1.25, divide it into 2, get your 2 dart legs. Then you know these front darts don't get up to your bust point. No. So you are going to measure 1.25 from your bust point towards inside, or 1.5 for your bust point. You measure 1.5 going down. That is where your front dart will stop. Your front dart will not get up to your bust point. So you see the way I mark it. So you connect the lines like that to the dart leg, and also connect the other one. See, that's the way you're going to connect your dart leg to your. I changed my marker here because the other one was not showing. Sorry about that. So you draw out your dart leg. Please draw it very well. Then coming back to the shoulder dart, you know we have 2 darts in front. You also measure 1.25 up. Yes, also measure 1.25 up. The dart will not get also to the bust point. It will stop 1.25 from the bust point, just like the down one. Then you connect the 2 dart legs together back to that point. So this pattern, you can use it for any body size. Please, if you have not subscribed at this moment, please subscribe. Thank you so much. Your subscription means a lot to me. Please subscribe. See, the dart did not get up to the dart to the bust point. You see where it stops. So like this now, I'm going to cut it out and sew it and show us how it looks. So try to blend anywhere that is not okay. Blend it very well. So also blend that leg at the down, just like the way we did at the back. So that leg will face to the center, like it will face to the center back. Use your tracing wheel and see. It may not show there very well, but when you are doing your own, you will notice that it's going to show. So blend it together. Then add your allowance, joining allowance like this. This is how you add your joining allowance. Also blend that leg. You see the way it's covered kind of somehow. So I'm trying to cut it. So I will blend wherever. Then when I cut it out, before we go to cut it out on a fabric, please, there's some important places you will check. You see, this is my back and my front. I'll close that and put them together at the neck side to see if they are the same thing. It's very important. Please do this. If the front is too shapy, any shape that you're not okay with, please blend it at this moment. I'm showing you these are the things you might experience while drafting out this pattern. Then this is my back. See the way I'm folding it. The front is very curvy. It's not a problem. The back will always come to the front to meet the front. See, it's too pointy. If it's too pointy, please reduce it a little bit so that it will not be too pointy. Then you bring your back and overlap it to the front. You see, by the time we overlap it, you notice that the back was long, was kind of bigger. The shoulder side was kind of bigger to the front. So you blend, you cut out the line. So these are the things you have to check before cutting it out of your fabric. Put the side seam, because that is where two of them will meet. Put the side seam. Check all these necessary things before you cut it out on your fabric. So this is me cutting it out. Then you don't have to transfer your dart. Take your pin, put it like this, turn it like this. Use chalk, mark to your dart leg and mark to your dart leg. This is how you transfer your dart to your fabric. On my next video, I'll be showing you how you can cut and make a gown without joining. Yes, without joining, and you still have your relaxed back. So this is my back pattern. I'm going to repeat the same thing I did here at the back.
I'm going to cut it out, transfer my dart, then sew it and show you how it looks like. This is the way I'm transferring my dart. Please transfer your dart very, very well so that it will come at night. I notched small of my dart leg. See my butt point. I'm taking it to my dart legs. So that is, I'm going to do it. My front and my back. I'm going to join it and show you how it looks like. This is me joining it. See. So this is the back part of it. You see how relaxed it is, and this is it, the back, and this is the front. Thank you so much.